Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to the end of our trading day, 8th of April. Let's see how the market performed for today. I haven't looked at anything since I fell asleep. Have you?
I have looked. I can't help myself, right? I look at the first thing in the morning I do is I check how the stock market went.
Got it.
So
Got
I
it.
know.
So
I
you
don't
know.
know. You have.
I don't. Okay, then maybe I take a look.
Okay.
Okay, I'm opening my Robinhood app right now. Ugh, that sucks. That does suck for me. I am down to $1,705.
Wow. Very soon you'll be able to make that video about how to lose 90% of your portfolio in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
That's a good thing.
I'm really looking forward to making that video.
I cannot wait to watch it too. I hope
Okay,
I'm not part of it.
where are you at? How much do you have in your account?
Ah, how kind of you to ask. I'm at, surprisingly, I think I may have risen a little bit.
Wow.
I was 2336 yesterday. Now I'm where you were yesterday, 2.25. And the bulk of my gains came from this lovely application we're using right now to talk.
Really? Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
You have a Zoom call.
I think I put about $4,000. I bought $4,000 worth of, sorry, I just bought two option contracts basically.
Right.
Zoom call August 21st, strike price 165.
Got it.
So yesterday, first time in ages, Zoom did not go down. So I think that helped to offset a little bit some of the losses from my other puts.
That makes sense. But you're down for all of your other puts.
Oh, for sure. Everything's down. Zoom's the only thing right now.
That's very friendly.
It's incredible how we adjust our expectations, right? Like when we first put in 10K, we were looking at 100K, and now like anything to stem the bleeding is like a big bonus for us.
Yes.
Right? Not so negative, right?
Absolutely. If I got back to 10K, I would be like, woo, party time. Like,
Well, if you only get back to 10K, you're not going to win this race. I'll be at 100.
You're right. You're right. I'm setting my expectations in the wrong space.
Stick to 10. Be good.
Why? So you can win.
Yes.
Can I just say no?
Once you hit 10, just leave.
Right. Just exit.
Stop.
Just sell everything.
Yeah. You might actually still win by leaving it at 10, but we'll see. We have 2 more months to go.
Yes. What did you do yesterday? Any moves?
Yeah, I made some moves. Basically, what I did was I sold 4 of my space puts. Man, it's worth crap now. I think I sold them at sold it at the market price. So I just sold them at 16 cents. For context, I bought them at $1.90. Very fun.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So 95% value, or
sorry?
92% of the value is gone.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah. But on the bright side, now I don't care when the rest of my puts expire worthless. All I will have left is a SPY put way out in end of June. This call on Zoom in August, and I'll have maybe $276 exactly to try to claw my way back up. So with
Okay.
276 can do a little bit.
I think that you can do a lot with $276. It's true.
Let's hope so. How about you?
So I did make a few moves yesterday.
Ooh.
What ended up happening is I saw that I was able to make just a little bit of money, right, by buying an option, holding it for a couple minutes, selling. So I did that twice yesterday. So
Nice.
I bought, actually I saw that Zoom was going down briefly. So I bought a put.
Really?
Yeah, these are all April 9th puts. I bought a put for April 9th, and then I sold it a few minutes later. I bought it for $115, and I sold it for $125. So I made $10. And then I did the same thing with Carnival Cruise Lines. I bought a put for 105 and then I sold it for 120. And then I was like, I can keep doing this. And I bought a SPY call because I
Okay.
saw it was going up. And I bought that for $96. And then Robinhood said, hey, it looks like you're day trading, don't do this. So it gave me a
What?
warning. Yeah, it gave me a warning that said, you cannot do so many day trades, and if you continue to do this, your account will be banned. So
Wow.
I don't want my account to be banned, so I canceled selling that. And funny enough, that is the one that has performed well yesterday. So I bought that for $96 and it is now $143 at the end of market. So I'll just keep holding that. I that
That's
one,
amazing.
yeah. So I have like a 48% gain on my SPY call. Now, if I could
Cool.
just have that happen with all of the portfolio, that would be amazing.
Wait, so
But
give me some details about this SPY call. What was the strike price and the expiry date?
so strike price is 277.50
Okay.
and the expiry is 4/9, so April 9th.
Oh wow. So
So
you're basically getting these. Your whole plan is to buy and sell immediately.
yes, but I cannot do that on Robinhood apparently. So you must hold it
Yeah.
at least one day.
Okay.
And I'm going to do that more often, as in hold things for 1 or 2 days rather than holding them for weeks on end.
Mhm.
So that is my plan, is to just look at what's going to happen the next day and then um, try to position myself to capitalize on that the next day. Because capitalizing on the one day it's not exactly easy, but I had really good success with it so far. Like I've made say $40, $50 in little tiny trades, but it's not very economically feasible either, and it's not very gratifying at all. So
Oh, but 50% gain is incredible.
yeah, but the only reason I gained 50% on that one was because I couldn't sell it. My
Wait,
plan,
so hold on. So are you still holding on to that SPY call?
yes, so I will hold this position until tomorrow.
Okay. So what is the Okay, so your strike price you said was 200 and sorry, what was it? 270.
277 and 50 cents.
And what is it right now?
Current price of SPY is 275.03.
And I guess the reason I'm asking this is because like if you let it expire, would you have hit your break even price?
No. My break even is 278.46.
So you're up right now, but it may not expire in the money.
Correct. It very well might not expire in the money. And the delta on this, which means the day by day loss, is 31 cents. So tomorrow I should lose if I'm not
Not
wrong.
delta. Delta. That's not the right one, right? The day by day loss is theta. No,
You're right.
I thought delta.
You're right.
Delta moved. Yeah.
Yes, day by day loss is theta. So in this case, I may very well lose all value in this call, unless the market goes up by
Right.
a couple dollars tomorrow.
It might. I don't know.
It might.
But
If it does, that'd be great. I'd be very happy because that means I could exit that call. Otherwise, I wasted $96.
now here's the important question: how did you have $90 to buy in the first place? Did you do free of cash?
That's a good question. Let me look at my history really quick.
Just 2 days ago, or two calls ago, I thought you had 20 something dollars.
I had 40. Ah, that's right. Remember I said that I had put a couple of my puts into to be sold, but none of them converted? Actually, one of them did. My Ford put did sell, and I got $130 in cash from that. And I don't think I made money on that, but I exited the Ford put. Everything else, my limit price didn't get to my limit price, and I could not sell it. So I ended up having 130 plus the 40 in my account. And then I made those few trades. I made another $50, not even $35. And then I bought this SPY put, and the SPY put is looking like it's in the money now, but on market open, I think it will lose all of its value because it won't be in the money.
Are you referring to the SPY call?
Sorry, yes.
I'm proud of you, man. That's some very risky stuff you're doing.
Yes.
It wasn't meant to be risky because you meant to sell it yesterday.
I meant to sell it yesterday, and I figured that if the price of the option was falling, I would sell it anyway. So I would limit my losses to about 20% was my idea. And I would also limit my gains to about 20%.
So the market opens our 9:30 p.m.
Yes.
I'm curious, like how much time are you spending, doing these trades and stuff every night? Like what time do you go to bed?
It's a good question. I'm spending maybe an hour total doing everything, but over a couple of hours of time. So from about 9:30 until about midnight, I am doing other things, I'm reading and whatnot, but at market open at 9:30, I am on it for 15 minutes. And then as soon as the market has kind of calmed down a bit, 15 or 30 minutes later, I've already made some purchasing decisions or I put in some limit orders, and then I wait, read a book for a little bit of time, and then I check again and reposition if things seem to be going in a different way, and then I go to bed.
I see. Yeah, it's so crazy, right? Because for us, like, we have a long day, and then there's like a spike in intensity as day winds down, right?
Yes.
9:30, hard to sleep. Yeah, I'm just curious because I have this crazy routine where I go to bed by 10:30. So I literally like open it up at 9:30, and then look at it, close it at 10 p.m. Turn on my phone again at 10:10, 10:15, and finally I'm like, okay, I'm done for the night.
Wow, so you only get in like 30 to 50 minutes of trading any day, and then
yeah. And I'm also wondering, like, do you think that the opening 30 minutes to 1 hour, are they correlated with the rest of the day? I'm wondering, right?
I read an article recently about day trading, and it looks like the highest market volatility is only in the morning. So from 9:30, the first hour is really intense. And then from there, typically the market stabilizes, volatility goes down until the very end of the day when there's another spike as people exit positions for the end of the day, or buy for the end of the day. But that first hour in particular is supposedly really busy. And most day traders apparently will stop before noon.
It's interesting. I was watching this YouTube video about this girl that day trades. First of all, I do not want to become a day trader. I'm so glad I don't. But there's this girl that does it, and yeah, it's like she batches all her work like in the first 3-4 hours of the day, and she does it even before the market opens. She does all her homework. She knows what moves she wants to make, and then it's done. And she goes to bed early and gets up at the same time the next day. But yeah, it was interesting. I was just thinking that for us, right, how late you're staying up.
Yeah, I'm trying not to stay up too late, though. Like yesterday, I was on the phone with Chase Bank in the US, and really good indication that things are not going that well right now is that the wait time was an hour and a half.
Wow.
Before I could get through. And as well, just talking to the representative, she's like, people are absolutely freaking out. They're not able to get their checks cashed. Chase is not clearing checks right now, for instance. And just because they don't have people in the back office working to clear those. Like if you deposit it at the bank location, they don't have people that are getting the work done, so it doesn't show up in your account. And so a lot of people are facing issues where they don't have the money in their account in order to buy their groceries, for instance. And that's pretty crazy. So the financial system is being hit really hard. So we're definitely not out of this yet, but the market seems to think we are.
Yeah, it just seems, I think that like to play this game moving forward, like we need to almost detach the market from reality and just play the market as it is. That's what I'm thinking now. Shall we jump into moves maybe?
Yeah, let's talk about next moves.
Actually, interestingly though, I wonder, Z, like since this is supposed to be a competition between you and me, right? Should we be saying what we're thinking?
I mean, I kind of feel like why
I might
not?
give you an idea, or you might give me an idea.
Yeah, this is true. Actually, I really do want to know what you're thinking and what you're planning to do because I may disagree with it completely, but at the same time, I find it very interesting to talk about.
Okay, well, I'm holding on to the Zoom call. The way I see it is that my puts on SPY and Space expiring in April are gone. If anything happens to them, great. A lot of, not banking any of that. I'm going to hold on to the SPY put and the Zoom call. I have a couple months of runway there. I have $200 left. And for me, like, I just don't know I just don't know whether tomorrow's going to go up or down. I think that in general, though, as I said yesterday, it's just tremendous upward pressure on stock markets. So I'm probably going to play both sides. And I've been reading up about something called a straddle. And I want to figure out whether that strategy could be something I do. I'm feeling a little bit conservative right now because I don't have a lot of cash to play with. So completely irrationally, I might stick to simple process of just buying a put or a call, even though it's made me lose so much money. But I'm going to read more about the straddle and see whether that's something I could try. And regarding stocks to play with, I'm going to probably look for some of the most ridiculous meme stocks out there to play with. I'm not basing this on any type of fundamentals. I'm just going to go after the ones that swing crazy.
I as well was thinking about doing something similar. I've read about the straddle in the past, and I was thinking about this in the shower today, where especially because I have this kind of forced SPY call that is in my account, and I was like, hey, it was performing well, so I'm effectively, it's not a perfect straddle, but effectively I have puts against SPY and I have calls against SPY, and one of those is going to perform well. And I'm like, that's a much more comfortable position in some ways.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
as it swings heavy in one way, you would maybe sell your positions that are not performing well and buy some more straddles going forward, for instance, and then cash out when you feel like you've earned a good payday. So I'm also thinking about doing something similar, but I don't even know how it works. So my next moves though are to sell a lot of my current puts. Whatever the case, I am going to exit at probably about half of those puts today. And I have some that are in for May 15th, but the ones that are in April, I'm going to try to sell most of them.
Just cash out. Even if it's like tiny amounts, just want to cash out, right?
Yeah, because I don't have a strong belief in where the market is going to go anymore. I feel it could swing downward heavily, but it could also continue this much.
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, it's a good. I was thinking about this while I was like, I try to go for a run. People's baseline, at least I won't say human, like everyone, but the crazy people investing in the stock market right now, they're just very, very optimistic. Short of like you talk about how like news is always priced in or blah blah blah, right? Like, I feel like if the bad news is confined to deaths rising, things like this that we've been reading about the last 2 weeks, it's nothing new that's going to cause the stock prices to crash. It's only if there's something unexpected. So that's why, like, especially in this time right now where it's so emotional, I cannot think of any. I mean, obviously, I'm not I can't tell the future, but that's where I'm leaning towards. I'm like, okay, unless you can expect some really, really bad news, the market is probably going to go up. For me, it's more about when do I want to buy the calls?
Right.
Do I want to buy them now while the market is like kind of going up, or do I? And then get fucking burned again, like, when we bought our puts? Or do we wait for like a small little mini crash and then buy up some calls then?
Right.
That's why I'm hesitating. That's why I'm not making a move. Not ready to jump on any moves right away.
Makes a lot of sense.
Because I think, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I haven't been very patient with options at all. You know what I mean? I haven't been waiting really for like crazy pull time to buy call puts and like a deep crash to buy the calls. I wonder whether it might make for a boring like viewing experience if I don't do anything, but I may wait with until there's a bit of more panic to buy the calls. That's what I'm thinking. It's so boring.
That's okay. This is a 3-month challenge, which is still pretty near term, and we
That's
will. I'm sure that there will be some news in the next week or two that will upend everything. So as things start to move again, then we will have. I mean, already there's such high volatility, but as things start to move in a more sure direction for us, like we have a hypothesis and it's starting to prove correct, then we will have more courage, I guess, to make some risky moves.
Yeah, I think this, as I said, right, this is a competition, but it's more of like a support group, pure support group right now.
Yeah, I'm fine with it being a support group right now because 80+% down is brutal. I would like to have a little bit of support. So thank you for going through this journey of losing our money together.
I'm so glad we're both in this together at the same time.
Yes.
And we're like starting off at no experience together, because this would be so hard to go through if it was just me and those Reddit posts.
Oh man, I would just exist in my head and be
By the way,
what am I doing?
Option Bets is back on.
Oh, is it?
Back open.
What happened? Do you know?
I think they closed it to kick out or something. I don't know. There's a lot of posts criticizing the guy who created it, Jar Tech.
Got it.
So I don't know whether they ousted him or something like that, but it sounds like it.
So they had a coup inside of the subreddit.
Yeah. I think they're giving him a lot of heat for trying to monetize the subreddit.
Got it. Well, that makes sense. It shouldn't be monetized. I'm really glad that Wall Street Bets is back up because I really like reading that subreddit. It is definitely the most irreverent of all the investing subreddits.
So to all you guys who watched this video today, thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed our discussion, and Z and I will be talking with each other again tomorrow morning.
That's right. And please remember to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so that you get updates when we post a new video. And if you comment below with what we should do, what moves we should be making, we will look at every single comment, of course. See you tomorrow.
Bye.